Well, good morning, boys and girls. Back at Gherkin and Gecko. Farmer in pyjama. This is the first of many to come. And this is my boots in the tree that we love our picture of. The purpose of the boots in the tree is to actually shape the branches. The weather is so strange here at the moment. It is autumn, but we've just had so much rain, everything's super wet. And here were the new beginnings to our little chicklets. There's Nugget, Mother Clocker, and Chicken Little. And they're heading around the cubby. They're free range during the day and they just get locked up in their upcycled chicken pen. And these are our other, there's only two there. Two of the chicks, they have started laying. I got them as pullets about a week ago, I think, and they weren't meant to lay for approximately a month, but we've been getting at least one egg a day. So that's a bit cool. Oh, back to the chicken coop. Okay, the chicken coop was started with, I think there was 2 frames of trampolines that we put together into a bit of a fashion that resembled a chicken coop, and we just went from there. So unfortunately I haven't done up any plans for it. Oh look, hello, we've got an egg. I'll have to send the boys out to get that egg. So at the moment, at night time, because the big ones, they just get put in behind the crates there, so they don't pick on the little ones. And I've just left the pine shavings there. The little chicks like to hop up on it and play on it. And here are our other two girls. I have no idea what breed they are. I'm sure someone will tell me. They're bantams and they are so soft. They are the cutest little things. That's Alan and Stahee. There is a bit of a story behind those names, obviously, because they're girls. And we've given them boy names. But if you have a look on our website at www.gherkinandgecko.com, you'll be able to have a look at the video as to where we got those names from. So on the back here, I've just got some old cupboard doors. And they're just a magnetised lock. And as you can see, the kids can still reach in and get the eggs. And then when we need to air it out and clean it out, it just makes it a little bit easier. The rain's swollen the timber a bit. I'll have to get onto that. And we still haven't quite finished. As you can see, it's still got to have some edges put on and some guttering. But what I really wanted to talk about was the soil. Everything started with the soil. What we started with was, at the very beginning, quite a beautiful native landscaped area where, from where I'm standing now, this was all natives, right down to near the house. However, I wanted to be able to use as much of the land as I possibly could in not only making it pretty for myself, but to grow as much food as I could and have usable space for the kids. Cricket's a big thing, and soccer, and so anyway, about 9 months after we moved in, we got all of the dirt from this area taken and put down the front. So now we have level 1, and level 2 is down near the house, and level 3 is out on the other side, which I'll show you later. But as you can see, this is still the worst bit. Mind you, we've got a lot growing. But this is basically what we started with. Rock, shale, a little bit of topsoil. It needed a lot of improving. Over the last, I think it's been about 3 years now since we had the dirt removed. And you can have a look on the other pictures and it shows you what we started with. Like, it was just a hill of rock. I think this is the second or third load of like hay mulch that we've put over it. But as you can see, plants are growing. And we've had chilies up in here, we've had spinach, we've had beans, we've had heaps of sweet potato. I'd been told years ago that a lot of older people, when they first moved to land, they would plant potato because it helped them sort of till the soil as it grew. Anyway, I decided sweet potato was what I was going to start with because it was quick, it was easy, I didn't have to watch it. And to be honest, we ended up eating sweet potato for about 12 months. We just had an abundance and it did improve the soil quite a bit. So up in here at the moment, because it's sort of the last garden on my list of, it's going to take a lot longer. It doesn't have the water retention that the others do, and it's further away from the house, so it doesn't really bother me that much as long as there's some green up here. But yeah, most of it's ornamentals and they're doing quite well. So we've got some little pandanus in there and just some different tropical plants because we wanted to try and just really change the microclimate of this area. We have an amazing passion fruit. Well, we have quite a few of them now, but they just seem to fruit all year round. They are just the coolest things. So if I walk up my little hill, and I'll just give you a view of the area from up the back. This is actually a stormwater drain that goes all the way down the back of everyone's properties. Oh, and my original irrigation, $30 from Mitre 11, and we think it was a water solar heating setup. So basically that's the top of our shed, the white shed there. House, cubby, chook pen. Not a bad little view from up here. So we've got all of our bananas, like they're just going crazy. They are awesome. Oh, and Marty the Labrador. You'll most likely see a lot of Marty. But he's a bit cute. He thinks he's the guard dog with the chickens. Sorry, just going a bit wobbly down the hill. I had dug stairs out here years ago, but obviously the water has eroded them. Aww. That's okay, we'll get there one day. So this little mango was actually one of the original, I think it's a dwarf mango, one of the original ones that was here when we bought the place, and we just transferred it over here on the white mulberry. He's doing really well. I do trim them down to keep them at my short height. And dragon fruit, passion fruit, our beautiful big bananas. And then we've got more passion fruit. Oh, and here's my chocolate pudding tree. And these little branches. So it does have fruit on it, I'm hoping that they ripen. I think I might have to get on Mr. Google Pants and see what they actually look like when they're ready. I do have a bit of a weed problem. However, it's not that big of a concern at the moment because I'm hoping the chooks will take care of a little bit of it. And then in one of the other videos I'll show you, I just recently planted a heap of fruit trees right down near the house. The reason that I did that was because I know that I will take care of them if they're there. If they're back up, like around the front or right up the back, I just won't. And the soil is so much better down here because we've not really done a proper compost. We had tried and it was just really stinky. In the heat and the rain that we get here, it's not, I don't know, I couldn't get it to work quite as well as what I would have liked. And somebody had said to us, just throw it on the garden. And so we've been doing that for a couple of years now, and the soil in these garden beds just around the front has just improved so much. We've got quite a few volunteer plants, obviously, because of that. And that's okay. I'm okay with volunteer plants. They seem to grow better anyway. volunteer tomatoes, volunteer, I think it's a pumpkin, it could be a pumpkin, I have no idea. I'm sure we'll find out. And the one in the cage here, he was a volunteer too. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I'm thinking it's a melon of some sort, but he got a bit waterlogged recently. Volunteer tomatoes, and I've just trained them up. This stuff is amazing. I planted it once and now it just comes up all the time. It's Malabar spinach, and it's a climbing spinach. And it just grows up anything. And we've had some remnants of sweet potatoes, which I probably won't completely ever get rid of because I did plant them quite heavily in these gardens. This one in particular was just all rock in here. Can you see under the slide? Might be a little bit hard there, but it's basically just all rock, and now it's actually really quite nice soil. So that's the back mess.